What is up, my Fishin-atics? All right, we are back home after a insanely long day. We started at I don't know. Let me get a time frame because it was probably started at 5:30 a.m. before the sun was up. As you could see in the previous video, it was dark, stayed dark, and we were in a torrential downpour. Sorry for the echo. I'm in my kitchen. I would do it outside, but it's dark, so I want to make sure you guys get some proper lighting. I'm going to try and get you guys different views, one with this phone, one with a GoPro. So let's introduce the man of the hour, Junior. All right, so I can tell you how proud I am. This is his first bull red, not just slot red, not just baby red, he's already caught red snapper. He's caught like a 20-pound red snapper. We didn't start the YouTube channel then, but I do have some pictures I will put up on the Facebook, so go ahead and check that link too. So what we are going to do is I'm going to show you a catch, clean, cook portion of this. So first things first, as you can see, he caught this, what was it, 39 and a half? 39 and a quarter. 39 and a quarter inch red. So if you can go ahead and see exactly how big that is. I'm going to show you exactly how to clean and cook this. All right, when you get a bull red this size, okay, normally we don't keep reds just because you hear that? They're firm all the way through, and their scales are nothing to play with. They're just like Wu-Tang, ain't nothing to play with. You can go ahead and have my camera lady zoom in. You see that? It's like a toenail, all right? And you can even see the thickness of it. And I'll show you in here in this pan over. And this side too. All right. So what I suggest is make sure you got a paper towel ready, because they are slippery. They are fish. And if you're new to it, definitely have yourself a sturdy knife. Okay. So I took this. This is my usual bait cutting knife. It's real. It's definitely pretty sharp. So be careful. If you could pass me the fillet knife. This is just my Rapala fillet knife. It's actually, for 15, 20 bucks or whatever it was at Academy, a pretty darn good deal, because I've filleted all sorts of fish with this so far, and it hasn't done me wrong. However, since, like I said, this is a bull red and you saw those scales, if it's your first time, you're definitely going to want to get a steadier knife, because these scales are nothing to play with. So first, what I'm going to do is I'd like my camera lady to come around to this side, please, so we can zoom in on, show you exactly where I'm at. All right, so we're going to start just like any other fish. You start behind the pectoral fin, and you can work it down to the belly all the way up. And you want to, if you're going to go ahead and take a fish's life, I believe in harvesting all of it. So what you're going to do, it's up to you, your personal preference on starting from the bottom and working your way up to the top and working your way down. However, what you want to do is get your knife at a good angle behind the pectoral fin, so you know where you're going. And you can do one of two things. If you're, like I said, if you're new to it, go ahead, poke your knife in there, and you can actually pull out one of the scales. So now you're in, and then you can go ahead and slice down. Otherwise, you're going to be sawing at this thing. So you're going to go ahead and watch how hard these scales are to get in there, okay? So you want to start from the back. Always cut away, especially when it comes to these reds. Get your line down there, and then now that I'm at the top of the head, working my way up, get to the head meat. Those scales are just like any other one. Now I can cut up here a little bit more, but there's really, feel with your knife. Once you feel that soft part, you want to actually come back a little more, because you're going to run into a lot of their bones. So take your knife, go down, just like every other fish. You're going to angle it and then get a good firm grip. Not going through all the way. I'm just using my knife along the backbone. Just real slow. Take your time. All right, and now with this, what we'll do is you can do it one of two ways. You can take your fillet knife that I have over here. Make sure you have it out and ready, because you're gonna get slimy. And then I can move this to the side, find the backbone, and just follow it all the way down so I can get that first top slab of meat off. And if you can zoom in there, you can see how close I am. All right, and see how sharp that other knife is. It actually cut through the top of the backbone, so I'm glad I stopped pushing so hard where I did. So you go ahead, go down. Once you reach where the anal fin is, go ahead. Get that. And then from there, you can work your way up. Follow it along. Take your time. You get through the pin bones, up to the top. And then you're gonna follow it around just like you do any other fish. With this big, you can work your way back up. Now, the key to redfish too is you gotta remember, just like a lot of other fish, well, at least with big fish, you can hear a little bit back there. At least with bigger fish, they do become harder to fillet. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do after that is take your fish, and then don't get it everywhere. Fortunately, this one's staying whole. And I am actually, so now you can see it from the front, from this side. What you're gonna wanna do is then take him, before you get that slab off. Hey, Junior Bud, can you give me another paper towel, please? Yeah. Wipe this blood off. Okay, I'm gonna show you the difference. Well, this fillet knife is, see how those scales get caught in there? This is what I was referring to before with a steady sharp knife. You're gonna have to go, if you're starting with the fillet knife, let me see. Let's see over here, can you pan around? Now watch real closely, because like I said, fillet knives are very delicate, so you're gonna wanna work your way in, right underneath the skin. Take your time, follow it around. Lift up that pectoral fin. Oop, I went too close to the pectoral fin. You got that bony structure in there. I'll just go around that. Okay. Ah, look at that guy over there. Hey, Jackson. Yeah, Jackson's playing with Batman. All right, now if you can see underneath there, I'm gonna go up to the top of the head meat. There's a lot of little condensed scales up here. Take your blade. Let's find the line again. Turn it. Like I said, these scales are tough. So you can go back from here, start back a little bit, kind of work your way down, so you can make that turn that you would normally do in other fish. Because if I was to take this and try that, you can see these big scales coming out. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna foul my blade, and I'm gonna bend my fillet knife, which you don't really wanna do. So when I come back, follow that backbone. Just I'm making my line. I'm not going. Oop. See how sharp that knife is? Just following along once I get towards the end. I'll go from there. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that your friend?
Not like in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, back in Hawaii, we caught a big parrotfish. Junior said it was his friend, about his age. When I chopped his head off, he just went. It was hilarious. Oh, looks like I got a helper. Cool, man. Yeah, we're gonna eat him tomorrow. You just resume back to where you were. Lift it up, just like you're filleting any other fish. Knocking the sides off. Work your way down that spine. Go ahead and get behind there. And go over those pin bones one more time where the ew. And then now I'm going to work my way down. I know it's taken a long time, and you probably saw other YouTubers. Oops, there goes that's not a knife. So now that I'm down here, these scales are a lot easier. So go ahead, follow it down. Yeah? Like I said, just remember those scales I keep talking about? That all got caught on my fillet knife. So, as I go down, move your head back, buddy. See those scales I keep pulling? I'll just cut that off the top. See that bloodline? So you don't really need to mess with the tail too much, because you're going to get all that off. And don't worry about that brown. It looks gross because we flashed. We had them on ice, so red turns brown. Now I'm going to come back to kind of miss some meat there. As you can see on the skin, come back up to the top. And now I can feel where my rib cage is. And then what I'm going to do is save you guys some time. I'm going to knock these sides off. And then I will see you on the cleaning portion, or the cooking portion. All right? See you in a second. And then next step is our sweet potatoes, which we're going to boil. So first we got to skin them and then cut them like this, which turns into this, which turns into this, which turns into... All right, so what we did now is we just dumped the those cut sweet potatoes. Make sure when you do that, you let them drain. Otherwise, what we're going to do next is going to get a little watery. All right, and you're going to take your orange, yellow, and red peppers and then cut them, which turns into this, which will turn into this next, which turns into this. Remember those peppers? Ooh, look at them sauteing real good. Make sure you don't have to brown them, you don't have to get them crispy, just enough. And then next we're going to have to cut and juice our lemons right here. And voila. Alright, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead. While that's doing that, that's boiling, that's sizzling. I already did the butter, you saw the garlic. And we're going to go ahead, take our lemons, and squeeze some lemon juice. Make sure you get the good kind, the metal. Don't get the plastic. It's going to break under your second or third time use. Easy peasy. Take the cut side down. Alright. Take it, one hand. Squeeze. Alright, and you're going to do that for the rest of your lemons. Alright, then once you get all your garlic clean, take a handy dandy little garlic press, and you're going to go ahead, squeeze it out. But right now I'm going to go get the butter that I just melted, squeeze it into there. So you're going to make garlic butter. Alright, I'll show you the finished product in a minute. And it's very tedious. Make your garlic, just keep going. You can get minced garlic if you want, but that's why I do the fresh garlic. Fresh always tastes best. Just keep mashing it in there. Okay. Alright, now that we've got done draining, like I said, make sure they're nice and drained, otherwise you're going to be getting real soupy. And that is no bueno. And we take our dark brown sugar, not the light kind, but I like the dark. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not going to keep it more. For good luck, a little bit of extra. That's how you get kids to eat their veggies. And you take, if you see this right here, just doesn't matter what brand, just heavy whipping cream. It's all the same. A little bit like that. Alright, and then what you're going to do is, see how it's nice and glazy? Just go. Gonna go ahead and mash that up and mix it around. That way you get that, turn something healthy into something delicious. Doesn't have to stay healthy, but then you can see how easy that goes if you just boil it right. Go ahead and mix it around. Once it's done, you mash that last little part before you turn it into complete mush. And voila, there's your side dish. Next, you get your pan nice and hot. Take some sweet cream butter. This is so hard to do with one hand. Whoop, do not do that. Alright, now if you walk over here with me, go ahead. Melt a whole stick of butter down there. And next, come on over here. These are these nice, beautiful chunks of red. Ooh, I'm gonna get a little bit of that bloodline off. If you want, there's not really, it's really thin, but won't make a difference. Alright. So you take it and make sure, always dry the fish, because it's not going to blacken correctly. It's going to get nasty if you don't dry it correctly. Also, the ingredients will stick. Alright, so I got that. Flip it over. Make sure the opposite side is dry. And here's the best part. Garlic butter.
Butter.
And you go ahead, slather it. Okay? Slather it. Don't be shy. As y'all can hear, that pan's nice and hot. That's the key when you're blackening, because otherwise you're just going to cook the fish too much or overcook it. Alright, now that we got this garlic coated, I'm going to break out the secret weapon. Alright, secret weapon. Sorry, I had to go get it. See that real close. Blackened redfish.
Magic.
It is magic. But, like I said, blackened redfish, it's that easy. You're literally using blackened redfish. It's made for this fish, and you cannot go wrong. Alright, that pan's getting nice and right here. You can kind of see how the butter's getting brown. Kind of stir it around. Alright, I'm about to start losing some sound because I got to turn the fan on, but then you take the redfish, get a nice buttery, start to get that brown, that nutty smell. We'll go ahead and toss it on there.
Ooh, it smells like shrimp.
And then you go back, get the seasoning right across it, nice.
I like it.
Then we cook it on that one side for about 2 to 3 minutes, or 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the heat of your stove. Blacken one side, flip it over, blacken the other, and then go ahead and plate it. All right, so now you can see it's gotten that nice brown, or blackened, if you will. Yeah, there we go. Flip it over. Cooking very nicely. Let's see that. So just flip it over. And when you're blackening, one thing in particular, you definitely want to make sure that you don't overcook your fish, because fish is really easy to overcook. Alright. Keep that sizzling for a minute, and then we'll meet you on the plate. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a finished product. You guys saw the other side, so that's it plated. And that's it with the peppers, the sauteed peppers on the top. And that's a little more simplified. I like plating, just makes it look nice. And if you really want to get fancy, boop. And then have a salad with that baby. Alright, y'all. Alright, here is the test. This is the ultimate test to see if the kid likes it.
Amazing.
Thank you much. Alright, my Fishin-atics, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the clean and cook portion of this. I hope it makes it easier. I will go ahead and I'll post the recipe in the description below, so that way you don't have to pay attention and write down everything. But as you can see, it turned out pretty darn good. Alright, well, I will see you next time. In the meantime, keep them lines tight, them rods bent. Laters.